to.
Gotta get up.
Good morning, Singapore, and welcome to the biggest and best breakfast show in Singapore. We are the biggest, and we are the best. Make no doubt about that.
Say it again.
We are the biggest and the best.
Yeah,
Make no
there you
mistake
go.
about it. Did I say make no doubt about that? I'm sorry about that.
Make no doubt about the mistake.
Thank you, bro. High five, bro. Oh, wait, hold on. Now everyone can see you. Just high five yourself.
That's true. Well, that's a bit stupid.
High five yourself. High five.
I high-fived myself.
That's
I'm doing this and I'm doing, my social media at the same time.
right.
I'm about to post, Jerry is in the house. That's the way it is right now, right? Everyone's like multitasking. Anyway, welcome, Jerry. Dr. Geraldine Tan is with us.
I'm very glad to be here.
Good morning, Dr. Jerry. We love having you in the studio. Just before we get to you, we know that today's topic with you is the question, what is my happy?
Yes.
And today's topic that we want you to call in for and drop a voice note is...
Should you declare your use of Chat GPT at work?
So if you have a say about that, please drop us a voice note at 88550920. We have an awesome prize for you. But the reason I say this is because I'm trying to relate the two. Should you declare using ChatGPT at work? I'm going to declare I just use ChatGPT right now to
Okay.
ask the question, what is my happy?
Okay.
And this is what ChatGPT turned out. Happiness is a subjective and personal experience influenced by factors such as relationships, achievements, and well-being. It varies from person to person and is defined by individual values and sources of contentment and joy. Reflecting on positive aspects of life, nurturing relationships, and engaging in fulfilling activities can enhance one's overall sense of happiness.
Wow. So law.
But that's me asking ChatGPT
Yeah, that's
to
ChatGPT,
summarize
right?
it. I asked him to
Right.
summarize it. It was like 5 paragraphs longer than that. That's a summary of that.
ChatGPT just made you sound extra
Yes?
smart.
Thanks. Yes.
I was just about to say the answer was not an answer.
No,
at
it's
all.
not. It's a
No,
very
it's
neutral
not,
thing.
yeah.
It's not an answer.
Yeah.
It doesn't say what my
Okay,
happy is.
Daphne and myself don't use ChatGPT.
So
You've
this
never
is my,
tried it.
Well, this is my issue with it, right? Like, it is great at churning out this like beautiful summary of
Neutral.
a neutral, beautiful summary of what it is you're asking.
Yeah.
So it expands the question for you because there are many elements to every single factor in life, right? However, as a creator, I just need to take the time, which is, I guess, what ChatGPT is like, eliminating time to
yeah.
get things done. But then we lose the element of humanness, which is my opinion and who I am. And even though I agree with all those things, it's coming from very much a robot's perspective of taking information that's available
Yep.
and churning it back out.
Yep.
But now we've put ourselves in a box where we're thinking about happiness in what we've been told to think about it inside. And while there's a lot of information there generated from ChatGPT, if you had sat to think about it, 5 minutes,
You
even,
would have been able to answer the question.
well, you would be able to answer the question in a way that only you can answer.
Yeah,
the
yeah, for
question,
sure.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so that's my issue.
This is for people who aren't creative. I feel.
but
ChatGPT.
everyone. I feel everyone is. It's just whether you want to find it or not.
I
You
don't
see
know
how
if everyone's
awesome
creative.
Daphne sounds?
Yeah.
That's why she writes such
Songs. That's why we don't write songs.
Yeah, we don't write
expresses
songs.
herself
Yes, for sure.
so nicely in her songs.
and AI will never be able to take over that.
Exactly. right.
Never.
hope.
No, I don't think so.
Canary's in the house.
So
I think,
Okay,
Jerry.
but we're not talking ChatGPT today. We're
No.
talking about my
No.
happy.
Yes. And this is a topic for everybody, because I just came back from Denmark, so last week I was in Denmark, and it made me think a lot, it made me reflect a lot, and Denmark is one of the happiest countries in the world.
Really?
And I went to Aarhus, which is the happiest city in Denmark.
Ooh, and was it happy?
If you dissect everything, we all can be happy. So that's why I came to talk about happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Denmark a wheat-friendly place?
What? Why
does that have to do
Wheat
with
friendly.
anything?
Because
wheat friendly? I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't go and
because I'm thinking
explore
they
that.
are just like Holland,
Amsterdam, yeah.
Netherlands.
Yeah.
That's the reason why they're happy.
But Netherlands does not come up top of the list for being the happiest country in the
Right,
world, so I
right.
don't think
No.
they're correlated at all.
Okay,
Nope.
okay. Let's continue to talk to Jerry on The Big Show TV. Here's Blackpink with the girls. We're surrounded by girls, FD.
Yes, we are.
Yes, we're outnumbered. Very,
absolutely.
very
I've been
outnumbered.
very quiet.
Because you've been trained.
And
Yes.
no complaints, right?
No, I'm just.
But a little trivia, I actually don't use happy in my practice. I don't use the word happy in my practice.
Oh.
Why?
Yeah. So happy is a concept. So ChatGPT had already said, right? But really, if for centuries philosophers cannot explain to us what happy is,
Yeah.
how are we supposed to find happy? So I've changed and used the word comfortable for us to be comfortable. And in Denmark, they use the word hygge.
Hygge. Yeah, there's a shop named Hygge here as well. Yeah.
H-Y-G-G-E.
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hygge.
Yeah. And in Japan, they have a concept called ikigai.
Ikigai, yes, I
almost
know
bought this
Ikigai.
book. Is
Yeah.
that-
It is. It's all
I've
the
come
different
across that word before, ikigai, but never knew what it meant.
Is it the broken thing and then you
No,
right? Okay.
no.
Is it a
There's
restaurant here in
kintsugi.
Singapore?
No, ikigai is a Japanese concept describing a reason for being. It's a sense of purpose and a reason for living. That's
Yeah.
ikigai.
There is
Yes.
a shop called Ikigai, I think,
Ikigai.
or like
But
a website.
there's
or something.
definitely a Hygge. They sell home stuff.
Home stuff, yeah. Yeah.
But it's,
Bed
spelled,
sheets
it's
and-
not spelled like
no,
that.
it is spelled like that.
No, it's
quite sure.
Hooga. I just bought all my
That's
furniture from my
Hooga.
studio.
I think that's different. I think there's a shop named this. Anyway, doesn't matter.
It's a concept.
Yeah, it's a concept. Okay.
Yes. But so ikigai talks about one of the aspects is the flow and about you enjoying your work. And I will call all of you, let me look at the word, takumis.
Ooh, what are
Takumi.
I'm a
Takumi.
takumi?
Yes.
友達ですか?
What's a takumi?
So a takumi is someone that is an kind of like an artisan where you enjoy your work and you celebrate your work and you're really, really good at your work. So when I was reading it, it reminded me of all of you.
Thank you. What is it again? Itumi.
Takumi.
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 Yeah.
Takumi.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we're all takumis.
Yeah, I, in my opinion, all of you are takumis.
And I think you're a takumi too.
Yes,
That's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
so sweet. Right back at me, right?
good vibes all around. I love it.
Yeah. So good vibes all around, and that's one of the aspects of being comfortable, being just enjoying the space, right? Yeah. So I will look at happy.
Okay.
Okay, using the 5 pillars. So I've always spoken about the 5 pillars before. So let's use it in this aspect.
Okay.
So the first thing would be social. So that's when you see. I'm not sure if you have watched the Blue Zone.
The blues.
No, but I know it's about people who are very happy or are older, right? Older.
Yeah.
Is
Who
it on
live to-
Netflix?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. It's those that live for really, really, really
Long time.
So they want to find out what is the secret to longevity.
It's certain countries, I
Yeah,
think. Or cities, yeah.
So one of the things is the community, the emphasis on the community. Yeah, so the community is not only the family, but also the whole environment.
I think
Yeah.
in Japan they're like that.
Yeah, so
Like
they,
in Okinawa. You know?
Yes.
you are absolutely
Yes.
right.
Okinawa's a blue.
Okinawa is
It
a blue
is a
zone.
blue
Yeah,
zone.
so
It is a
it's
blue
where
zone.
the world's healthiest people live.
Because the older generation there, and I'm talking about I think the people who are in their 70s and 80s and all that,
Yep.
right? They
Yep.
go and fish for their own food,
Yes.
and by diving into the sea and just it's like they
Surviving.
can breathe underwater.
Oh, they're fish.
No,
They're fish.
Yeah.
No,
I mean that's what I hear.
Mermaids.
quite.
No,
Similar, but not
Okay.
okay. Anyway, yes. Please.
Yeah, so community. So if you look at Denmark also, they have community spaces where they come together, they enjoy a meal together. It's like a kampong spirit where I think Singapore have kind of lost it a little bit.
because we have no more kampongs. That's why.
So the
FD's block is a kampong. We found out already.
Yeah,
He's got the
I
whole-
think that's wrong. It's not that we have no more kampongs. It's people don't have the time to create the kampong.
No, once you have HDB flats, it's not considered a kampong anymore.
I consider
You need
my
to be-
block a kampong.
but I think kampong is more a spirit. You're thinking
spirit.
kampong is the
Yes.
physical, but the kampong spirit
What do you think,
is a
Jerry?
feeling
Is
and
it
a
the spirit or you really need a kampong? I think you need the kampong.
spaces. So in actual
Spaces.
fact, our void decks are actually supposed to be communal spaces.
But you don't get the smell
No.
of chicken shit and all that, you see. Like in kampongs before, you get the smell of
Right.
chicken shit.
So what
here
we're
and there.
saying is you are thinking of
Cat
the
shit.
location. We are talking
Yeah.
about community.
traffic coming up.
But you breathe
Chicken shit.
Yeah.
Right. We can put chicken shit there.
Okay.
Or the smell at least.
Yeah.
You know, perfume has gotten very advanced these days.
Kiss 92 traffic.
Okay, we're going to start with the Lornie Highway. We've got a couple of things happening there. There's an accident on the Lornie Highway towards Queensway after the McRitchie Viaduct.
What a fool. You know, the Lornie Highway is so wide, and yet there can be an accident.
It is very wide. It's gone like 5-6
Exactly.
lanes already.
Sorry about that.
Carry on, yeah.
There's also the Lornie Highway towards Queensway, a vehicle broken down after the McRitchie Viaduct. So you've got the accident and then a broken down vehicle. So look out for that. The PIE towards Changi, a vehicle broken down before Jurong Town Hall Road. We have Northbridge Road. This is near the junction of Bras Basah Road. An accident there as well. The SLE towards the BKE, an accident after Woodlands Avenue 2 exit. Stay within the speed limit, please. Make sure you've got everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
We're back. We're back with Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. It's Glenn, Angel, Daphne, and the Flying Dutchman. Good morning.
This is an amazing community. And for those who want to enjoy the community, I think this Saturday you'll have something on.
It's music and makan.
Are you
Yes. I will try.
I'm playing at 6.
Yeah, it starts at 4 o'clock at the Angsana Green at East Coast Park. If you want to register to be able to be eligible for the lucky draw, it's just $5. Gets you a whole bunch of other stuff as well. Just go to our website, Kiss92FM, and find out more.
All right. We've been talking about the 5 pillars of happy.
Yes.
We only went to the first.
Yes, we only went to the first, but you know what? We have our community, so that's awesome already.
So that's social, right?
That's social. So the second one is physical. I think you were talking about the Okinawa ladies who were diving for I'm not sure
Fish.
not fish. For some
They are
Oysters?
pearl-
Pearls?
they are pearl divers.
Oh, divers. Ooh,
Yes.
that's a good thing to dive for.
Yeah.
Pearls.
Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, so there's a lot of movement. So we're not talking about, hardcore gymming exercise, but we're talking about moving that body. So
Mobility.
a lot of in a lot of urban spaces, we are just very stagnant. We're
Yeah.
just very, I don't know, couch potatoes.
Yeah.
Just sitting there looking at our phones. But if you check in like Denmark or in Japan, they move their bodies. They walk a lot. In Denmark they cycle. Even the ministers cycle. They walk the talk.
Yeah.
I think
know
we've got
cool.
ministers who cycle as well.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I think the issue in Singapore is the weather. Like, I would walk everywhere if it wasn't for the weather. It's
That's true. It's way too hot.
yeah, it's kind of a problem.
But
There's
I
nothing we
mean-
can do about it, right?
I feel like
No.
Singapore has done a lot as well in terms of creating underground spaces for
Yes.
us to walk. Like if you look at the whole of Orchard Road,
Yeah.
you're able to connect almost half of it
Yeah.
underground.
Yeah.
And then through your MRT system and stuff
Yes.
like that. So
And we're very well air conditioned as well.
exactly.
Yes.
Not
Yeah.
quite the Dubai standard yet, but I'm sure we'll get there.
But you can't. Dubai is not a walking city. That's the thing. You have to drive to each building.
Yep.
But the air conditioning in every
It's very-
enclosed space is
Super cool.
so nice and cool,
they
right?
are a desert. So
We need to be like that here as well.
Okay.
No. So there's a lot of emphasis on the carbon emission also. So sustainability, because healthy environment, healthy body, and healthy lifestyle also.
I like
so
that.
they are all encompassing. So that's the physical part, and then we have the intellectual part. So the intellectual part is the learning. So never stop learning. Yes, I saw the red card.
Really? Did the red card come up? The red card held up very high by Shalini Susan, our producer.
But we were so captivated with what you were saying.
Okay, let's continue this conversation on The Big Show TV. It is 8:14.
Kiss 92 time check brought to you by
You got a lot of good mornings.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Yeah, we should just read out some
Who's
some
online?
questions.
Yeah,
I'm
who's
sure
online?
there
I
are
mean-
people who are saying hi and have some questions.
I don't think they have questions, but you
They're
can
just saying
share
hello.
your happy online with us.
Yeah, what is your happy?
What is
Type
your
it
happy?
in. Type it
Yeah.
in.
So what's our happy? I mean, real quick.
I think only you can answer that. no?
Individual?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Let me finish the five
Yeah,
and then
okay,
we'll go
yeah,
to
yeah,
that,
right.
right?
5 pillars, then you can do
Yeah.
this.
The emotional. So doing things that you're passionate and enjoy.
That's the intellectual.
No, intellectual is learning. So never
Learning.
stop
Oh,
learning.
Then
Okay.
emotional.
Continue
Oh,
to be curious, right? And then there's the emotional, doing things that you're passionate about, like this bunch here that I'm with today this morning. And spiritual. So spirituality doesn't just mean religion. But also time for meditation, time for creativity, and time, just really quiet time.
Like time for the self.
Time for the self, time for the family, time for community. Yeah,
Time to
talk,
meditate.
time to meditate. Yeah. So the 5 pillars are there, but for each one of you here, I'm gonna ask it slightly differently.
Oh, I already had answers for all of these. Okay, oh my gosh.
Chat GPT or not Chat
No,
GPT?
no, no.
No,
See? Overachiever.
Yeah.
we're gonna look at happy with our 5 senses.
Okay.
Because I hope it's not chicken shit, huh?
Wow, that's the first time I've heard Dr. Jerry say
First time.
She said you made her say shit.
What did you do to her, Glenn?
You're
No.
terrible.
But you sound good saying shit. Yeah.
No, but anyways, okay. So we'll go around like
Start that way.
Start that way. Okay.
Oh, I like the way Angel doesn't want to go first.
Bring it on.
What is your happy? What when you look at something? What is your happy? What's a visual happy for yourself?
I think it's Snowball. I think the answer to everything is going to be my dog. Yeah.
okay.
I just imagine her like happy face.
She's so quiet, no?
She's so fluffy. She's
Yeah,
so cute.
there is a real connection between Snowball and yourself.
Thank you. Yeah. Longest relationship.
Describe Snowball, because many of us have not seen
Seen
Snowball.
Snowball.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course, yeah. So she's a small, white, fluffy dog, and she's a Maltese mix. She's got a little brown nose.
Oh.
It never turned black. Actually, her birthday this Sunday.
Oh,
Happy
happy birthday, Snowball.
Yeah, but she's small. She's like 5 kilos. Her
Tail?
legs are. She's got a longish tail, fluffy tail. I left it kind of fluffy. I cut her hair. I groom her myself to save money. Yeah, but she's pretty short haired. Medium now. She's like a bit fluffy. Yeah.
And she's been through a lot with you.
Yes, we have. I
Yes.
got her in LA. We moved to Singapore together. We did our quarantine together. And then she's got to spend time with my dad before he passed, which was so nice. They would wake up and watch the news together every morning.
Aw.
It was during election, so it was very interesting to watch both of them. And I have a photo of both of them watching the news and then looking at each other.
So
Very
cute.
cute. Anyway, yes, that's kind of what she looks like. Button eyes too, black button eyes. Yeah, she's so cute.
Thank you for giving us the visual. How about FD? Yours is what smells like happy.
Oh, wow. What smells like
Food. I'm joking. So cute, Snowball.
Why do you look so?
What smells like happy?
What food smells like
Fresh bed sheet.
Okay.
That's happy.
Nice.
Fresh bed sheets.
What color?
Nice.
That doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? Okay.
Color doesn't matter. It's that crisp, clean smell of fresh bed sheets.
Ironed, right? Not a wrinkle on it.
Not a wrinkle on it. You get into that bed and you're just content. You are in your space.
So how often do you change your bed sheets?
Sounds like a hotel room.
Very much like a
Hotel.
hotel room, yeah. My bed sheets are changed every week, so
Okay, yes. Mine as
Okay.
well.
She's
Every week
lighting
is
something.
okay.
No, I cannot light it.
No,
Too
you
many
cannot light,
things.
yeah.
Yes. So it's just a representation. So in Denmark, whenever they want to create that hygge sort of environment, it's candles. So
Oh.
every household burns a lot of
I
candles.
love my candles.
Scented
And-
candles or what?
No, so it's not scented, but I've got your scented candles.
Ooh, this smells like
Yes,
vanilla.
it
It's
is.
vanilla, yeah.
It is. So warm vanilla smells also are very, very
Hey, they're
comforting.
yeah, very nice. And the hot wax, I will just pour it on my chest.
That's his happy.
Oh my goodness, that's his feeling.
How he,
his
it's
hair.
how he
Oh,
gets
no,
rid of the
no,
6 hairs
no.
he's got.
And then he rips it off when it dries.
My
You
issue,
can use tweezers for that.
my issue with candles in Singapore is that usually in a room, especially if it's a nice like temperatured room, there's AC, and I don't know what your thoughts are, but my mom will never let me light a candle in an air conditioned room because it's recycled air.
Right.
Then you put the
Oh,
filter
I
on,
see.
the air purifier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have aromatherapy going in at least one room almost all day,
Oh, that's probably the answer. to it.
particularly my study. Yeah.
But if you have an inhaler with you all the time, you know, the Eagle inhaler, the menthol inhaler.
That's
need
why
to
you
get
don't
have it
need-
all the time, is it? In your
That's in his
pocket.
pocket.
Oh
He has
my
it in his pocket
goodness.
all the
He
time.
has one in every pair of
Oh,
his
don't
jeans.
bring it today.
Oh no!
You've got vanilla today.
Yeah, this is nice actually.
This is
This
good.
is nice. I used to light candles, you know, at home, and after a while, it just felt like, you know, a bit inconvenient. lah. So, but yeah, I mean, I understand.
I love candles.
It's very relaxing.
It is, and it's supposed to represent that warm feeling, warm fireplaces. Yeah.
Okay,
Which
Glenn, you're
Singapore
next.
doesn't.
No,
Do we want to
Am I?
skip the producers?
Oh,
or-
No, of course we have to
No,
go with
please.
Shalini and Cheyenne as well.
Okay, Shalini, what represents a feeling? So a tactile feeling of happy.
Oh, like a physical feeling.
Yes, a touch.
Physical touch feeling.
Yeah, touch feeling.
Look at that vibrato, Glenn.
I have to think about it. Give me a while.
A feeling in my finger.
Do you have
She's singing, she can't think.
do you play with the slime? Do you watch the slime videos?
Oh yeah, I do love watching slime videos.
But that's audio, I guess, not like.
Oh no, I like
That's
seeing
visual.
them. Yeah, I like seeing them mixing it. I've never really touched slime.
Wow.
What
It
do you
feels
like
so
touching
good.
though? What do you like touching?
What
Could it be
feels
fur?
happy to you?
They sell slime at Toys R Us.
They do.
They do.
I
Everywhere,
love slime.
everywhere.
I think any stuffed toy.
Stuffed
Like
toy.
soft.
Okay.
Yeah, especially those at Miniso because it's smooth on the outside but very soft inside.
Okay. Cheyenne, what sounds happy to you?
Oh, sounds.
Sounds happy.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about sound. I was thinking like if she said like taste, I would have one. If she said smell, I would have one. If you say sound, and I'm like, oh no. Oh, we have traffic coming.
And Shalini waves the red card.
The sound of traffic.
Okay, hold on. So you can ask Cheyenne that
There you
on
go.
air.
Think about it.
Stand by.
Kiss 92 traffic.
The PIE towards Changi, a vehicle broken down before Jurong Town Hall Road. The PIE again, the Lornie Highway situation still there. That's towards Queensway. An accident after the McRitchie Viaduct. We also have a broken down vehicle on Lornie Highway. This is between Bishan Road and the McRitchie Viaduct. Northbridge Road, near the junction of Bras-Basah Road, we have an accident there. Look out for that. The SLE towards the BKE, an accident after Woodlands Avenue 2 exit. Stay within the speed limit, please. Have everyone buckled up. Be safe as you drive today.
You know,
Because he's so
they
consistent.
were kind of like repeating what you say after
I
your
was
traffic.
miming.
Yeah. That last part. That last
Be
part.
safe as you
Safe as you drive.
Yeah.
He says it with the same accent.
It's called no respect.
For the past for the past 30 years.
Yeah.
I
Same
love
line.
it.
At least
Same
he's
line for 30
consistent.
years.
He's
Yeah. Same line for
consistent.
30
Yeah.
years.
We didn't mean it disrespectfully.
No, I know you.
Okay.
They were so cute. Okay, you're tuned into The Big Show and The Big Show TV. Our guest for this morning is Dr. Geraldine Tan from the Therapy Room. We're talking about your happy place, and we're talking about the 5 pillars of happy, of which we covered all 5. And now Jerry's going around the studio testing each and every one of us based on the 5 pillars.
Finding out.
Finding out.
Having
Not a
you
test.
reflect. And Cheyenne, have you got your answer yet?
Repeat the question.
What sounds happy to you?
Oh, I remember. I like listening to ASMR videos. I've listened to it since like 2012-ish when it first came out, and people thought like, oh, what are these weird people like whispering? But I
Yeah.
find it very calming. I love it.
Is there a particular sound on ASMR that you like?
Oh, I like when they do like the hair, like they do like
The hair?
Hair?
I tried to scratch with the camera. It doesn't. Into the mic, it doesn't work. But like the head massage videos, they will like comb the person's like hair, and they'll give you like a head massage, and they'll talk to you in your ear, and you're like, I'm like, okay, time to go in bed.
Wait,
That sounds like my Li Ling. Good morning, Li Ling. She gives me a scalp massage whenever I go to the salon. Really, she's my what do you call a therapist? So
Thank you for clarifying. It sounds very weird. Just
she's the
Doesn't it?
best, man. My goodness.
In case you don't know what ASMR stands for, it's Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
right, basically it sounds like
It's the sounds.
Yeah.
It's the sounds created, yeah.
I've got to say, a sound that makes me happy: frying bacon.
ooh, the crackle.
I can smell the bacon.
I can smell bacon.
I find you didn't ask him.
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, I see.
Glenn got upset because his turn now.
No, of course not.
Well, I wanted to say, Cheyenne, if you like that, there's this whole series of like dog spas, and it sounds. I'll send it to you. Yeah, it sounds like the
thank
hair
you.
stuff, but it is like even. And then you see the dog's face, like wow, sure, it's so cute.
But have you been for a scalp massage or not, Cheyenne?
I have.
Yeah.
I love it.
We have
It's so
someone
good.
on our YouTube that says they're happy is running their fingers through their son's hair.
Oh,
How sweet is
And then
that?
after that, when they smell their fingers,
Glenn? Glenn, don't.
Tell you not very
I'll
Just
come
don't
to you.
ruin
I'll
it,
come
yeah.
to you.
okay.
What is your taste of happy? A literal taste.
Oh, I feel like he's the wrong person to ask that question.
no,
God.
he's the
Taste of happy.
right person to ask.
Licking myself after a gym session.
You a cat or what?
Glenn, take it seriously. You're
I'm
one of
serious.
you're one of those kids in class
It's like
that just can't.
I'm
like,
replenishing
stop
my
making a joke.
sodium.
Oh my gosh. Dr. Jerry, you need to fail him.
Taste. Okay, taste. Coffee?
Coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love my
Yes,
kopi o
that's-
kosong in the morning.
There
Okay.
you go. Specific taste of a certain type
Yeah.
of coffee.
And then I'll lick myself. No. I'm kidding.
It's true though, because every time I see him we have enough songs that are playing that we can go for a break. He will always make his morning coffee, and it's the
Yes.
Most joyous I see him ever.
Correct.
Most joyous
Thank
she
you.
sees you.
It's true. My first cuppa, that's
Yep.
After that, it's all downhill.
nothing
Yeah.
like it.
And there is cocoa,
Oh.
and there are teas here. So
Nice.
whoever that wants cocoa, so a warm chocolate drink in
In the evening, on a
in
cold
the-
night.
on a cold night
Yeah.
in front of the fireplace.
Oh, nice
Yeah.
glass of red wine is nice as well.
That is true. That is true. But they're very big on their drinks also. And if you notice, they have fair trade. So fair trade, is they
Nobody
are looking-
dies.
People get paid properly. Yeah.
Equality for everyone, so that the environment is sustainable.
And no one
Let's
gets
do some
mistreated
ASMR of the
of the coffee.
coffee packet, the tea packet. We got ginger.
Turn up the volume right now.
Ginger, orange, black tea.
Oh my god, what a morning is turning into.
lemon, green
Thank
tea.
you. Cacao fantasy.
Okay, we're
Oh.
going.
Let's fantasize.
And the last
about
one, we
cacao.
cannot miss anyone, yeah?
Go on.
So the last one is 6 sense.
Come on.
We've got all the 5 senses.
My gosh, you had to give me the
you
sixth
wanted
sense.
me to
You
start
wanted
from
to
the
go
start.
last.
That's true. That's true. I won't skip it. I won't skip it. But I think
see
Shalini wants
dead
to play
people.
something. Is it?
Oh no.
You see
she
dead
wants-
people.
I just got a message from our boss, Stephen
Oh.
Chu,
Yeah.
to let everyone know that for Glenn, it's when he strikes a golf ball.
Ooh, the ping of
That's
the
the
golf
sound. That's the sound.
Oh yeah.
Is that the sound? Pang?
I know, I think it's not.
It's the compression. It's like
yeah, that
that
sweet
feel.
spot.
Yeah. But I'm not so crazy about golf anymore. That's why I didn't bring golf up.
Oh, wow. For the first time. He hasn't spoken about golf all this week.
Exactly. My attention is now moving towards.
That's because we have a prize that is all about golf, so he gets it out there.
That's true. Okay, we're going to go back on the Big Show TV and we're going to find out what my sixth sense happiness is.
You see dead people.
Nah, shh.
Oh, okay.
You'll have to wait.
Here's Teddy Swims with the door on Kiss 92. Wow.
Angel has to
Sixth
think.
sense.
No, I don't have to think. I know it right away because my first impressions of people are always correct.
Oh, wow.
If I think someone is not 100% a great person, I can pick it up straight away.
What do you mean by
So-
not great?
Someone who is not going to turn out to be a friend, a true friend.
Reliable.
Or someone who is not going to be truthful.
So can you come with me on all of my first dates? Just,
I
just
can-
like 5 minutes.
You can have a secret camera and then I'll sit there and have your POV to the guy.
You know, like the police can. Angel, do you see him? Do you see him?
I feel my gut feeling about people is always correct.
Yeah. And
So-
I think this is very important because our sixth sense always helps us to stay safe. So the sixth sense, besides all the five senses, the sixth sense is creating safe spaces that are not dangerous for us. Yeah, so then we can feel comfortable, right? When you're picking up some vibes from a person,
Yeah.
you're not comfortable.
But sometimes you want to give the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? You don't want to be over judgy when
Yep.
you meet someone for the first time because people do surprise
That's true.
us once in a while, right? So I feel like sometimes, even though I may feel something about someone, I still go ahead and give my benefit of the doubt and then end up getting burned.
Have you ever given your benefit of the doubt and ended up being surprised?
Hardly ever.
But
Hardly.
it has happened?
I cannot remember.
Okay.
I cannot remember. I'm sure there have been moments, but it's usually when something good happens, you don't really think about it. It's
Yeah.
when the bad stuff happens that you remember, right?
Yeah.
So, but more bad than good, for sure. Yeah.
So is that just in her mind, do you think?
No, I think Angel is very, very
Psych me.
sensitive. No,
The
she's
mind
very
is
sensitive.
The mind is a powerful thing, though.
Of course. It is.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but yes, Angel is very, very sensitive. So she picks up certain things that sometimes we don't pick up. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
sometimes
there
too
are
much as
certain
well.
characters-
Yeah. Sometimes too
That's
much.
that's the gift and the curse of it.
Yes,
right?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It
It
is.
is.
All right. What about you, Dr. Tan? Dr. Jerry Tan.
There you go.
Dr. Jerry Tan.
Like, people don't usually call me that.
Sorry,
but
sorry.
okay.
In my mind, I was like, what's a polite thing to call?
It's Dr. Jerry.
Dr.
So what is
Jerry.
your overall happy? I mean, now that we've done all the five senses, the sixth sense, you're happy.
My happy. It encompasses so many things, right? Which one do you want? But in my practice, I always emphasize on a learning journey. So we never stop learning. There's always this curiosity that we have. We're excited about everything that we go into. When you wake up in the morning, it's not with dread, but with, it may not be 100% joy, but you're like, okay, I'm going on an adventure. I don't know what it would bring me. It can be good, it can be bad. Whatever comes, I'll take it because I have the resources to deal with whatever comes to me.
Can I
Yeah.
say you're happy is helping people?
Helping people is so.
But that's not one of the senses. I was just curious what your strongest sense, because I feel like everyone is driven differently, right? I think I'm an audio person primarily.
Yeah.
What is your strongest sense that brings you joy the fastest, maybe?
Tactile.
Tactile.
So
Same. You need to feel.
So when I come in here and each one of you give me that warm hug.
Okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, please don't just hug me on the street, okay?
Everyone's gonna come up to Dr. Jerry and stroke her now.
But I think I'm like that as well, I mean,
too. You're a
yeah,
hugger.
yeah. It's about feel.
So your love language is touch. High out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so like little babies, I love to cuddle them. and then the smell comes. right?
Child's
'Cause the
laughter as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
the kids' laughter. Yeah.
Some kids' laughter. Some kids sound like
Evil.
the demon.
That's because some kids are demons.
No, I'll say I'll correct that and say baby's laughter. Like a baby's laughter. That's very innocent.
My kids are okay, what?
No,
They're just
generally
kids.
they're funny.
That sounds like Chucky.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like some kids do laugh like that. Like they do laugh kind of creepily. But
Are you talking about your own nephew and niece?
no, they laugh so cute. I can't. They can do no wrong. They can
Okay.
do no wrong for me.
No,
Oh no!
That's like a dolphin laugh.
But I want to state that being happy, being comfortable does not take away any disorder. So you still can have mental health issues, you still can have mental health disorders, even though you've done all these, because a disorder is an illness.
Right.
I have a question in regards to being happy, right? Because I think in this day and age, especially in Singapore, everyone works so hard. Everyone's like pretty stressed out all the time. I'm realizing, like, as I get older, that life is never is easy. It's never going to be this walk in the park that everyone says it will turn into. But we still capture like moments of joy. We go from one moment of joy to the next, right?
Yeah.
I guess I go through the narrative in my mind, and I guess I fight with myself, being like, can I be happy while I'm sitting in this sadness? And is it okay to feel sad even when I know my circumstances are actually fine?
What a wonderful question you have. I feel like I'm going to give therapy now, but
I just managed to squeeze it in there.
sadness, happiness, fear, excitement, all these are emotions that you're entitled to because you are human. And you should feel all your emotions. If you don't feel your emotions, there is something wrong. Then you really need to see a therapist.
I mean, everyone should see a therapist
So it's
anyway.
okay to feel.
Of course, it's
Yeah.
okay to feel.
No,
You
because
should
some people
feel.
don't want to feel
Yes.
sad. Like
because they're more human than human.
like don't want to feel sad because they should be so grateful for everything that's happening, or
Right.
don't want to feel overly happy
no.
because they're sad.
Exactly,
the opposites.
yeah.
You know that song by Rob Zombie, More Human Than Human?
Oh, we gotta come.
No.
Tori Kelly and Pharrell Williams. I say a little prayer right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. It's Glenn Angel, Daphne, and the Flying Dutchman, and we're joined by award-winning psychologist Dr. Geraldine Tan from the therapy room. We're talking about our happy.
You're
Our
happy.
Yes.
It kind of branched into, are we allowed to feel?
Yes.
And I don't know. I went through a phase. I think Singaporeans feel this. Some Singaporeans feel this way as well. You're afraid to feel happy because you don't want your bubble to burst.
Oh.
And you're afraid to allow sadness because it'll affect how you see things. So we're afraid of these two emotions. And I think these are the two main emotions that people are really afraid of, being happy and feeling sadness.
And I just want to add to that we are also a somewhat conservative society. And showing too much emotion is not encouraged.
Yes.
I mean, now more so than ever, we're showing emotions.
Yeah.
But when we were growing up and all that, that's not too long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you cannot overshow, over emote.
The conservative thought is you don't show emotion at all. So we're never taught to know our emotions. So we never know how to regulate our emotions.
Yeah.
So when we become adults, we swallow everything in and not show any emotion at all, or we explode, which is immature and a dysregulation.
That would be me.
Or you deal with it, right? You just deal
Working
with
on
it.
it, though.
I keep quiet until I explode.
Implode. Explode?
Yes.
Explode.
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 But
Explode.
all our emotions are valid, and we should try and get to know it, have a relationship with our emotions.
I think
I
we
like
can
that.
have part 2 of this.
I like that. Have
Yeah.
a relationship with our emotions. I like that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. And for those, I think Chris Henson. Hi, Chris. I did a little podcast with him, and it was on fulfillment. and he was talking about happy also. So for those that are interested, they can actually watch the episode, season 1, episode 3, I think. Yes.
Oh, nice.
I
Okay.
gotta go
Yes.
catch that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and see whether that's the real Chris Henson that I know.
No, he didn't swear at all.
Oh,
I like that.
That means it's
Is
not-
this the real
that means
Chris
it's not
Henson?
the real Chris Henson.
No, it's not. Is this the real Chris Henson? No, he didn't swear. I love it.
Okay. We gotta go because Nian Tjoe's waiting.
Yes.
It's been wonderful, Jerry.
Yes.
Any last words? Maybe we
I
can continue this
do.
next week, okay?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But just to wrap up today, I always say, so this is a Jerry's original. Happiness is effort. Sadness is a choice.
Ooh, I like that.
I love
Okay.
that.
Nice.
And with that, bye everyone.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you so much. Up next, we've got our senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe. Meantime, here's Sam Smith and Normani dancing with a stranger on Kiss.
That was such a good topic.
I think
Yeah.
having a relationship with our
Your
emotions, I like that.
What a great
That should be
line.
next week.
Yeah.
That should be next week.
Yeah, because I actually wanted to ask you, like, I mean, is it normal for people to feel like, on their own they're happy, but then, other people make them unhappy? You know what I mean?
They can't share it. They can't.
Yes, exactly.
Then they're hanging around with the wrong people.
Yeah.
Send me the questions.
Thank you for
Hello
the
and
tea
bye-bye.
and the hot chocolate.
Chocolate? No, it's dates.
Cacao?
Oh, no, dates.
give
Oh,
us
the
hot
chocolate
Yeah,
drink.
chocolate
Right. Sorry, I think I knocked you.
That chocolate drink not from Singapore, right?
No, from Denmark.
It's Danish. All right.
How do you do the?
Yeah, thanks for coming in.
No worries.
This?
See you. Bye-bye.
Is it meant to be like the two?
Okay, they will return shortly, folks.
We're here.
Here they go. One by one, they'll pop back into their
that.
seats.
Fingers.
What is that?
This way.
The heart?
Yeah.
So difficult. Just do this.
Nian Tjoe, have a seat.
Can you do it?
It's easier, actually.
You don't deal with hand
No, I
signals.
feel like
man.
this
Good
is
hand
easier.
signs.
Yeah,
a
I think it's
game.
If you
easier.
can, if you can.
I know.
It looks nicer.
Yeah, it looks like
I
that.
know 2 hand signs. Both I cannot use on Facebook.
Oh, dear. This is very nice. It's a very
Yeah.
nice shaped heart, but
It's
this
actually
also
good
is
for
a
you
heart.
all.
Get
I
used
mean,
to
the
it,
easiest
it's
is this one.
But this is also
There was a
easier.
stupid
I
Nian
feel
Tjoe,
this is
Nian Tjoe.
easier.
There's a
Nian-
stupid
Nian
football
Tjoe is-
commentator once.
But this
One
one
of
is
the players, they were doing
clearer.
this, and he was making fun of it. It was like, what is that? I mean, obviously it's a heart. I mean, come on.
He has no heart. Okay.
Okay.
Speaking of hearts,
Burn.
illegal transport. Is it? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Illegal transport.
Nian Tjoe's in the
Speaking of
house.
heart.
You don't want it?
Speaking of heartless,
Yeah.
how these guys can't get home.
Yeah,
Literally, they can't get home. They have no choice.
This is on Sundays.
On Sundays,
Yeah,
yeah.
specifically.
Okay.
So after their break.
So just to rewind a little bit, we're talking about migrant workers having to rely on illegal lorry services in Kranji because of the lack of transport options on Sundays after their day off.
Yep.
And they come back and there are no more buses and their dormitories are something like 4.5 kilometers away and they
$2 they have
can't
to
walk
pay.
in the dark. So
Yeah.
they each have to pay $2 to hop on the back of lorries.
Why is it illegal?
Because you're not supposed to
You're
transport
not
people
supposed-
like that first.
These
in the
lorries
first
are
place.
not
Yeah.
supposed to be
The
transporting
lorries are
people.
not buses.
I think that's what Nian Tjoe is here to tell us.
Yeah.
Okay. I speak for the buses.
Okay, yeah, well, let's do the intro again then.
yeah. Kiss 92, all the great songs in one place. Our second guest for this morning is senior transport correspondent from the Straits Times, Nian Tjoe, and we're talking about migrant workers who rely on illegal lorry services in Kranji due to the lack of transport options. And I think they're paying like $2. We actually had this on our news
Yeah.
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Tell us a little bit more, Nian Tjoe. Why is this happening?
Well, obviously, there's a need to get back to the dormitories, and I guess the problem is, number one is there's no bus services during that time on Sundays. I think the other problem is that employers who are not just neglecting to take care of the people they employ.
Wait, hang on. I'm not taking the side of the employers, but is it mandatory that these guys supply?
Stop knocking the table.
Is it mandatory that these guys supply transport
Yes.
for their workers on their workers'
days, yeah.
day
Yes.
off?
I would say yes.
I think the question is, how else do they get back? Then put the dormitory somewhere else.
Yeah.
That'll be my
It's
stance.
4.5 kilometers to the dormitory, and this is at night.
So
they have to walk.
Yeah, no, but I understand this. But if that is the land given to them by the government to build this dormitory,
Yes.
then they need to be working with the government to make sure that these buses are running so that these guys can get transport. Because I don't see where the company should be providing transport when the worker is not working.
No, but
You
it's
get
a
my
day.
dri- you
yeah,
get my
correct.
drift?
But I feel you employ a foreign worker. They are under your stable. You look after them just like you look after your domestic helpers. If
But
there is
I'm
no,
not responsible for my domestic helper's transport when she's off.
but it's easy for her to get back to your flat.
What
You
we're
know what I mean?
saying
She
is,
doesn't have to walk 4.5 kilometers.
Yeah.
You know, there are bus stops and MRTs that still run.
I think what is being said is that there's nothing available to them
At that time,
besides
in that
walking
area,
home.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is their employers should be working with the bus companies to make sure that there is transport.
So that's your answer. The employers
Yeah.
are responsible.
What do you think, Nian?
But partially also we have this situation where the buses would not be viable because that's not exactly a very well used place. And the workers can be coming back at, I would say, like you could bus them at the same time. Means they're not using a public service, a public transport, because otherwise the buses will be empty.
So you're saying public transport is not usually an
I
option. It
think
should be
there's a
private.
gap, yeah.
It should be a
Interesting.
bus that's rented for them for specifically for
Possibly.
that reason.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue to talk to Nian Tjoe on the Big Show TV. That's where all the bad words are going to come. Yes, Will Smith with Switch on Kiss 92. But what the bloody hell? Come on.
So what's the solution then?
Poor workers.
Give,
no.
You know, what's the solution?
I think number one is that first we have identified that there's a problem.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
problem is also manifold because on one side you have there is no public service, a public transport to get them back to where they need to be. That's one. Number two is how are they solving this problem? Is this thing with illegal transport?
Yeah.
Why is it illegal? Number one is well, you have seen people sitting at the back of trucks. Officially, you're only allowed to do that if they're employees. You can't just
okay.
yeah,
Any
no-
random person.
Yeah, it's not like the good days when I was a teenager. I sit at the back of a pickup and
Same,
it was,
I've
it
done
was the
that.
best thing, right?
Yeah.
Usually National Day, for example, fireworks and everything. But the point is, you can't get on these vehicles if it's illegal. Number one means you are also at risk of if you're injured or something. There's no coverage. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
these trucks are obviously moonlighting as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, I think they're doing a good thing though.
They are.
By
They're helping out.
Identify the
Yeah.
need.
They're not going to
Yeah.
get rich by charging
$2.
$2, per person.
No.
I mean,
It depends. I mean, it's otherwise you'll
Yeah.
be zero income, and then on an hour's job you can make a few dollars.
There are a quarter of
Yeah.
a million migrant workers out there.
yeah.
Can you imagine if everyone paid $2?
okay, I mean, but that aside.
Yeah, I'm just
Aside
saying.
from
Yeah.
that point, at least the migrant workers have
Save-
a
Yeah.
means of
Yeah.
getting
Yeah.
back.
And there's
you know.
also one more transgression, one more problem is the fact that the pickup points are not safe. Because if you see that they can't be obviously not in the bus bay, so they're on the lane that's nearest to the buses.
Yeah,
And,
I saw the video that the Straits Times did. Yeah.
it's. I mean, really, I think kudos to the colleagues who did the story. That
Yeah.
they even went through all this because it's like I think it was 2 months worth of just being there.
Surveillance.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you see, it's not the same. There's so many things that are wrong. Yeah, I don't know where there's a solution. I think number one, we're aware of something like this, that whether it's between employers, the people who are supposed to be taking care of them in some way, as well as on the side of the operators.
I just feel my only solution that I can think of is when the government sets, and I hate to go back to the government. I'm a person who hates blaming the government for anything.
But are you blaming them?
I am, because if you're going to set aside places for dormitories, you've got to make sure it's got
The
the infrastructure to
yeah.
run.
Yes.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
don't put it there.
Yeah, and I think the solution is as simple as putting a couple of buses there after the public bus stops its run,
Yep.
at certain times. And if the foreign workers make those buses, they jump on them for a subsidized rate, whatever it is,
Yeah.
couple of cents. If they don't make them, then they walk. But they have the option of, say, one at 8 o'clock, one at 10 o'clock. But the only problem is who takes responsibility for renting those buses. I think no one wants to pay for it.
Yes.
The actual rental of the buses.
Okay, we're going back on air. Will Smith with Switch right here on Kiss 92. All the great songs in one place. I was watching Hancock the other day. What a great show, man.
That is a good
It
show.
is a very,
Yeah.
very good show. Yeah.
I mean, if I didn't hate Will Smith so much these days, I would watch it over and over again. But then again, I mean, maybe I'm watching it for Charlize Theron.
That's exactly who you're watching it for.
I'm sure.
Yes, yes. Okay, our guest for this morning is Nian Tjoe, Senior Transport Correspondent with The Straits Times. And we're talking about something that's really disturbing right now. I don't know what to think, whose fault is it? I mean, FD just said it's the government's fault.
Yeah, I don't like the way the foreign workers are being treated. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Who's going to take responsibility for getting them back to their dorms safely on a Sunday?
Yes.
They're all entitled to their days off.
Yep.
And can you imagine
Yeah.
having a fun day out? You come back at 7, 8 o'clock, and then you have to walk 4.5
Unless
kilometers.
someone's discouraging them from leaving the dormitory on
no,
Sundays.
Oh, no, I don't
because
think
there are
so.
facilities
That
within
won't
the
stop them.
dormitories.
That
and
won't
stuff.
stop them.
No, it won't stop them. But maybe this is what someone is doing
No.
to discourage them
Who is
from
this
leaving.
someone?
Yeah.
As FD says, the government.
I don't think the government treats the foreign workers that way.
No, they're not treating. You don't have to
They're
treat.
discouraging.
No,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I take the position that I think overall there is an oversight.
Yeah.
Because, okay, so things are being built, right? Things are getting done. But this is during the working time. And you just forget that, hey, these are human beings that they're doing a decent job. And then we need to take care of them. Or at least just remember that there's all these gaps.
And remember
Right.
that they're human.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
they do have employers.
Yes.
Right? So,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I would say the employers are now responsible.
No, but I
for
think
taking
that's
care of them.
FD is right. It has to
Yeah.
be between the two because it has to be legal. Then it
Yeah.
has who is going to pay for these
Yes.
buses?
Correct.
and
So because
vans?
I don't want to blame the government,
Yeah.
I'm saying that the employers need to
Okay.
take care of the situation.
What if I made a suggestion? So these guys are willing to pay $2 to sit in the back of a lorry to get back. What if the bus companies charged $1 to get them back? That's more than a normal bus rider.
Yeah.
So
Would
what?
that work?
So the employees pay for their own bus rides home?
Home.
Yeah.
Because if there was a bus stop that right outside their dorm, they'd be paying for the bus.
They're
Yes.
already
Yeah, I think
paying
that's a fair point.
being paid so little.
No,
Can't
but
they
if
pay
there was a
bus
bus
No,
stop,
I-
if there was a bus stop outside,
Yeah.
they'd pay for it to get back.
Yeah,
So-
I tend to lean on. I think that to me that
So
sounds
half the
that-
price, yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, there's no bus stop there right now.
There is, but it
There
stops
is.
at a certain time.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's not
Before
bus
they
stop
come
is
back,
there.
yeah.
Yes, Daphne.
So Matthew on our Facebook actually has a message for Nian Tjoe. He said it's not an oversight; it's pushing the buck. Government
Yep,
and
there you go.
employers both feel that others should be the one to bear the cost.
Yeah.
Yes.
No one wants to bear the responsibility.
Exactly. But FD's idea was great. Cut it in half. Let them pay for it. It ends up paying for the rental,
The
right?
issue with that is, what if they don't show up and the bus company agrees to it? They show up,
Contracted, yeah.
yeah, and then the people don't show up. Then
And-
they don't get paid.
And they can't pay forward because what if one day they
So
don't
what
take
if
the bus?
crazy thought, the guys that are
Subscription.
doing the illegal ones, legislate, get them in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're willing to do for $2. Now we're gonna find some middle ground over there.
Yeah.
There is a supply at a price.
But they
then
have
they
to modify
get,
their trucks.
Exactly. Then they have to get buses or something that is allowed to house.
Could be.
You
Could
know.
be. Could well be. But I think it is not. It feels not right that there isn't an option, a
Yeah.
decent option.
Absolutely.
How about bicycles?
No.
Who's gonna bring the bicycles back?
Yeah, who's going to pay for the bicycles? There you go. It's pushing the buck, right?
That is true as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. But a
Okay.
great topic. Great topic,
It's a
Ninja.
sore point.
Yeah.
All right. Let's continue to talk to Nian Tjoe on the Big Show TV. No?
No.
Okay, we're out.
News and sports.
We're out of time. News and sports. Up next. Thank you very much, Nian Tjoe, for joining
Pleasure.
us. All right. And you can read Nian Tjoe's article. All right.
This was Zaihan.
Oh, Zaihan's
Zaihan.
article. I
It's
beg
on
your
the
pardon.
Straits Times.
It's Straits Times Digital, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you very much, Nian
Thank
Tjoe.
you. See you soon.
We've been speaking to Nian Tjoe, Senior Transport Correspondent from the Straits Times.